right? I mean, what I did one time, but it was kind of like.
I know we're live right now, but it's private. I don't think it's gonna be online.
Oh, we'll see. We'll see.
Because I've been doing this the whole day.
Have you?
Yeah.
Dang, what's up then?
Are we supposed to schedule it?
I don't think so.
Oh. Public.
Oh, should go. Save.
Changes.
There's one person watching already. See?
I think that's just us.
Oh, that's us. Hey, say something if you're the one guy that's watching. We don't know how many people are on right now.
See if we're getting more people coming in.
Yeah, we'll wait a little bit. Make sure we get this thing set up right too, because we don't know. See if the audio works and everything. Oh, we got 2 people now. What back itches? Oh, why? This striper's legit. I'm gonna start explaining my my March videos with a bunch of just stripers now. Like striper on the point, striper in the creeks, striper not deep water. You want 3 stripers?
All right, I guess it is working. 5 people.
5 people? Somebody.
Hey, you guys, comment and let us know if you guys can hear us and see us.
Let me know where you guys are from too. Like what state you're from. Hey, me.
Oh snap!
Is this the bee from Nebraska? There's a bunch of bees.
Sweet. Nick Harris.
Minnesota. All right, Minnesota guys. Pittsburgh, PA. All right.
Yes, sir. B Nebraska.
I know that dude is pretty hardcore, man.
B need to come down here again and fish with us. Yep, we got Seattle in the house, Oklahoma.
Waffles, the Awfuls. That's a pretty cool name, actually. Yeah, we'll let a couple more people jump on. We got like 15 people already. Maybe once we hit 20, we'll start talking. But thanks for coming on. This is like our second live video ever.
Yeah, I think the last live was like from last year, around this time.
Yeah. Whoa, who's that? Rocky?
Oh shit! Yeah, Rocky, yo, come back.
Rocky's still in California?
Yeah, I think so.
You moved to California. Oh, there's some
North
Oklahoma
Carolina.
guys. Wasso.
All right.
That's where basically we're at.
Mimi moved to Minnesota, Oklahoma.
Iowa.
All right.
We hear you, Iowa.
It's good to see everybody.
They got stripers in Iowa? Iowa, Mr. Iowa? Was it a hybrid? Like, I keep hearing mixed reviews.
They got stripers in Kansas.
I
only thought they had hybrids for a while.
Was it? What lake was that? They, DTF went and they drilled holes through the heights and cost drivers.
Yeah, that's pretty crazy.
Hybrids in Iowa. Okay, hybrids.
I know they got some big hybrids up there.
And Nebraska. Nebraska got some big stuff.
Yo, maybe
no, not Nebraska. Kansas. Kansas got some big hybrids.
Maybe we gotta go to Iowa and get some hybrids.
Big ones. Once this YouTube thing turns full time, I'm gonna travel the world and just catch hybrids and stripers, whatever it has to be.
Big wipers, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind going chase some big wipers. That'd be fun.
I don't care. If they hit top water, we're good. As long as they hit top water, we're good.
Just moved to Oklahoma not too long ago. Where did you move from?
No gamer. I saw his comment on YouTube. Pretty cool. 21 pounds for a striper? Was that a hybrid?
Wow, that's pretty.
That's giant. Let me turn my phone off. Let me interrupt it. Yep. Oh, man. So what's up, man? What's the fishing report in your state? Let us know.
Yeah, if you guys been fishing or anything, comment below and let us know.
Yeah, we've been pretty lucky so far right now. We stumbled upon a little spot, and it's just been putting out. So that's how you guys have seen all the videos. But I think overall the state is still not hot yet. Our videos are just like hyping things up.
Yeah.
but it's not actually that good yet. At least that's what locals are telling me.
How's Grand Lake fishing? Not sure. We haven't gone on Grand. We actually don't really go on Grand too much.
Talking about the dam? The dam is hitting this right now.
Yeah.
They're flushing a lot of water from what I can tell. Let me check. But this is a lot of people fishing.
Still waiting on the ice to melt. Oh man.
Where's that at?
It's probably up north.
Up north? I think I used to live in Massachusetts.
Damn, Woody's been with us since 247. Woody. Been with us since the first channel, yeah.
Oh yeah, that's OG right there.
Pre-spawn in California right now.
Yeah, we're about pre-spawn too. They're staging hard right now. You know, because when we fished that day, we went to that point. There was stacked right there. There's one bite.
Yeah.
There's a bunch. There's a bunch on 360. But like I said, you found that one magical spot. It was already back there. It's crates too, like 3 foot of water. Man, stacked. Yeah, but today we could talk anything. I think majority of the guys are here are probably striper guys, but we could talk bass, stripers, boats, kayaks, I mean, whatever. We get random questions all over. So, and you know the channel is not specific to one thing. So, you got questions, just throw it out there. You might answer it. Yeah. You might not know anything about it, but you know.
I feel bad for the guys up north, still frozen.
It must not be fun when the ice is too thin, but the ice hasn't met yet.
That's why I can't live up north. We fish like year round, so
yeah. We tried it in Massachusetts, but man, we went on ice. It was too cold.
Yeah.
But we never had the whole tent thing. Like, you have a tent with the hole and eat ramen. It can't be that bad.
Yeah.
It can't be that bad. Because some people actually look forward to it. Like, they rather fish during the ice than ice out. So. Yeah, Mr. King No Fight. I can't pronounce it. But yeah, tournament prep, that's something that actually I was trying to get a hybrid killer to start, because that's gonna be in the monthly like bass series basically, because we've been covering lures, but we gotta throw more things in there. One thing that a lot of people, especially the bass people, they want to know is like, you know, we've been doing very well in the world of bass, at least in the kayak stage. The last 2-3 years, we won between me and Hybrid. We won 3 Angler of the Years. Well, he won 3 Angler of the Years. I won a runner-up. I lost by a point. And then I won a state championship, and he's won one state championship. And in between that, we've always came in the top 10 in the state championship. So there's a lot of good stuff there. There's a lot of secrets actually, but this is one of those years where we're gonna let all the secrets roll out. So we can't just do everything at the same time, and we're going to do kind of like on a month-to-month basis. But, yeah, the last 3 years of bass fishing has been a lot of just developing. So that's basically what this thing is. We're actually going to give this away in a bit. I don't know if everybody knows what that was, but a lot of development, a lot of going through lures, rods, reels, companies. You know, we found a lot of good companies we like. A lot of companies are just like, do not buy their products, they're trash, you know, type of feedback. So yeah, look out for that. Prepping for a tournament is definitely one on the way. Yeah, so I'm thinking the next 2 weeks we'll have that one out.
Best place for hybrids, like to stack up during the spring.
Usually for hybrids, from what we're understanding right now, they should be stacked on the main lake points. I don't know if they'll bite, but they're there. If you go over like with a boat with good electronics, you'll see them. They're stacked. They might be rolling 50 deep, but to get them to bite, that's a different question. So, you know, that's really up to you. You know, so you gotta go out there with a bunch of lures, and you gotta get some lures that are like, let's see, maybe in troll, and lures that are gonna get them to react. So if you can see them, you should be able to catch them. Is the mentality you need to have. So you might throw a swim bait. A swim bait is a lure that if they're hungry, they're going to bite. They're going to smash it. But if they're in that 10-foot zone, 15-foot zone, you could probably touch them with a crankbait. A crankbait is one of those lures that, even if a fish is not hungry, if it deflects off a rock, or heck, in this case, a group of hybrids, if your crankbait deflects off of another hybrid, it hits another hybrid, and then the third hybrid might just hit it. just because they react to that stuff. So
Being there, I would check the creeks.
Yeah.
B says lots of new lakes are introduced
Yep.
with hybrids. Can't see and find them. If you're not on a boat, it'd be kind of hard to locate them. So just check the creeks. There might be shallow in the creeks. Beast Mode said, Kenji Dinks, Oklahoma. Also said, what rod setup you guys use? Do we have a couple videos on the rods that we actually use? So depends on what we're chasing. We're always
so
it's kind of technique specific. So we have a bunch of videos on that.
Yeah, there's a good mix of everything too. So you'll see us throw bait casters, and then immediately the next scene we're on a surf rod. Okay, so you gotta ask us, give us some more specifics because we do a lot of low end all the way to high end. I mean, he's got a Saltiga. I have a Aerotechnium. They're both like $700 reels, and then we also throw like Shakespeare stuff too.
Yeah.
So there's a bunch of everything in there.
Shawnee Lee says best spot to get a striper. Trying to get my first striper. Been watching and so for 3 years plus. So it just depends. If you're on shore, if you're fishing strictly shore, probably the best place to find a striper is at a dam or the tailwaters of a lake. Just because you're basically fishing a barrel of fish with fish, so they're gonna be there. You just gotta present the right presentation and make them bite.
Yeah, a lot of times the fish come to you. You don't have to go find them.
Yeah, so. But if you're on a lake, man, there's so many different spots you can find them. So it just depends if you're gonna be ashore or on a boat.
Mm-hmm. Running water is key right now too. Coverts where water actually floats through a covert. That might be like a funnel point where all the white bass come and they have to go through that covert to get to the other side of the street. Could be dynamite too.
Yeah. GK 92,000. What electronics are you putting on your new yacht?
Oh yeah.
For now.
So you guys got some glimpses of it, but currently we got 3 units on there. They're all different ages. We have an old 10-inch 1198, which is the original one. You guys see it all the time on the Stella, which is the name of the old boat, the little 14-foot. And then we have a Helix 8 Gen 3 off my kayak. So I moved it from the kayak to the boat back and forth. And then Hybrid's killer, this guy has a Helix 10 Generation 2 that's now running the 360 up front. So there's also 362. In a couple months here, Hummingbird's supposed to release their live, and we're definitely going to get that too. So that's what's going to go on it. We're still looking at that, we're looking for that so we can make a final decision what we want to do. Additional things might be like dual power poles and a jack plate. That's pretty much it for the boat. You know, the boat be done at that point.
Yeah. Shiny, I think he's from Oklahoma. He said just jam fishing for now.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, basically anywhere on the Arkansas River you could catch stripers. So just look out, look for spots and just go out to it.
Yeah. Okay. So jump on Google Maps, look on the river, see there's a parking spot close by. You can probably fish it. For the most part, a lot of it's plural. At least if it's not farmland, it shouldn't be private. All the bridges are all public, so you should probably get access like that.
Yeah. Have you guys tried Japanese braids, and have you noticed any difference in the small diameter with respect to cutting water better? The only Japanese braid I really tried was Daiwa Samurai.
I did try the Samurai a couple years ago. I did try the YGK. YGK is really small, but at the same time, the knot strength's not very good. So. Yeah. I use it on my drop shot. And it's a sinking braid too, so that's actually pretty cool how it works.
Yeah, it casts good, but
casts really good. Knot strength's not that good.
Yeah, knot strength's not that great.
Their 15 is like smaller than anybody's 15, but like I said, knot strength's not very good, so you can't be whipping it much. Des Moines, Iowa, another Iowa guy. So what's up? Yeah, the line diameter thing. So the line diameter thing might be like a whole video in itself. I'll just get really, really kind of my opinion on it. So there, if you look at different brands, right? You have say the big brands in the world, Braid or what Power Pro, maybe Gamma, and Daiwa's good. Berkeley's in there now. So a lot of times when we look at braid doesn't really matter too much. It's just basically throw 30 pound. You should be pretty much be safe for a surf rod. If you want distance and everything, if you want maximum distance, you got to drop it down to 20, sometimes 15. But we over the years we have pretty much come to standardize on Power Pro, the original Power Pro too, because the slick is actually a little bit thicker. Even though when it goes through the guides, it goes through smaller and it doesn't make that whining sound when you're reeling it, but you lose distance with it. It's just because the line's a little thicker. But then the Max Quattro came out 3 years ago, 4 years
A couple
ago.
years ago.
Yeah, that's like the high end line. I think it's like $45 for 300 yards, something like that.
It's like $60.
Yeah, that's pretty
30 yards.
expensive, but man, that thing
It's
is
Power Pro's like top of the line, but it's
It's
good. It's like the only braid that
good.
actually.
That's the only braid that we all use now.
Yeah.
So everything from 30, 40, 50, 60, 70 pound braids.
Yeah, like for me, when I'm on shore at the beginning, I need maximum distance. Like the Max Quattro Power Pros, like what I usually throw.
Yeah.
It's expensive and it sucks, but hey, when you're like
It's gotta do the
bombing
job.
it out
It's gotta do the
and you're
job.
getting hits, it's worth it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so that's the thing though. Sometimes you gotta think of it like that too. Like it is more expensive, but if it can do what you need it to do, then it's worth it.
Here's another question: have you guys encountered any bullying, hating on you guys while fishing? I mean, this is like a whole big.
Well, yeah, that's a
touchy
whole
topic,
whole topic in itself.
You're gonna encounter shitty people out there no matter what.
Yeah, I'll give you my impressions on it, and I think Hybrid Killer would probably say the same thing. Is the kayak world, Mr. Kang Bang, right? The kayaking world, they don't. I think a lot of people go into that world because it's their first step going into fishing. So they come from like a background of say Walmart lures, things like that, and then the next natural progression is to get on a kayak. Well, for us, we've been fishing for 20 years before we even started kayak fishing. So when we started, we fell flat on our face the first 4 or 5 tournaments, right? I mean, I skunked out, hybrid skunked out, and then once you figure out how to, okay, well, this is how you stand on a kayak, this is how you pedal on a kayak, this is how I prepare to kayak for kayak tournaments, then we started winning, right? So we went from, say, skunking out for a whole entire year trying to figure out the system, and then we started winning, and then we were a nobody in the bass fishing world, right? And all of a sudden, it was like, why are they winning so much? So, and being like nobody could back us. We had no tournament experience prior to this, and we don't even fish for bass. We fish for stripers and white bass and things like that. So I think a lot of people at the beginning were suspecting us of cheating. Okay, so hence we started wearing GoPros. So if there's any questions, it's like, well, here's the proof. I caught it fair and square, cast to catch, right? So there's no arguing. And and after that, we had a lot of friends too that were. They literally, they back you up and they say, like, yeah, I saw him catch that, that type of stuff. So after a while, it's like, well, people start following you around. We have a YouTube channel. We upload a lot of our results. And that kind of goes away, So, and you could kind of tell if a person's a good angler or not just by talking to them. If you start talking like, oh, how'd you rig this up? Or how'd you rig that up? And if he's clueless, then he's kind of, might be lying to you. But if he can speak the lingo with you, then he's a good guy. He's good enough to win. All right.
White bass fishing this weekend. What bait do you think would be best? Man, if I had to just go out this weekend, just watch our most recent videos.
Yeah, watch the last 3.
Yeah.
Everything's in there.
Yeah.
So,
I mean,
the only thing we didn't catch anymore is crappie jigs.
yeah.
Crappie jigs are always good.
Yeah, they're always good. We just didn't.
Crappie jigs are a boring way to catch them.
Yeah.
They're guaranteed to catch fish, but the whole jigging thing is like it's we've grown out. We've grown out of it.
Just Mo.
Yeah. Beast Mode Gamer, where can we buy the custom rigs? Basically, message us. I will probably respond to it, And I'll let you guys know it is $25 a piece if you want to pick it up locally in Oklahoma or Tulsa, Oklahoma, or the surrounding areas. If we gotta ship it, it's $32 shipped. That's it. If you buy more than one, it's still 25. There's $8 shipping fee, and then we cram them in the box and ship out to you.
Yeah, Joe Schmo, the rains definitely do kill a bite, but I mean they're definitely gonna be stacking up. Just go out and search for them, basically. Yeah.
Let's see.
Do you have any merchandise?
Merchandise is fairly limited right now. We do have stickers. I'm gonna show them the sticker. But that's not on the store or nothing. Once again, you have to message us, and that's on the striper.
Yeah.
That's in the Teespring link. If you watch any of our videos, right below it, there's a Teespring link.
It's actually what we're giving away today. So.
We're just gonna give some of those away. Yeah. But the official Out of Work logo, that one's actually really high quality. That one we had them custom printed, and we'll be giving some of those away. But yeah, you can message us on that. I think they're like $5 shipped and $7 shipped for the small and big one. If you want to rep the Out of Work brand. Y'all fish the mini and micro chatterbaits? I have bought them. I have not fished them. Okay, so I have two that I'm about to try this weekend. So, okay, so the chatterbait thing, I had to figure that out the hard way. I mean, we bought everything at one time. We bought the regular one. We bought the elite one. We bought the tackle warehouse version one. We bought a striper version. I mean, like way back in the days with a giant blade on there. And then we couldn't catch it. We couldn't catch any fish on it until the jackhammer came out, and they started winning tournaments on the elite series level. And I was like, man, this thing, I gotta figure this thing out. So we ended up buying. I think Hybrid bought two, and I bought two, and we started trying to figure it out. And man, it's like one of our favorite. It's one of our favorite ones right now. The chatterbait.
Watch you guys for a while. Hey, I just want to say thank you guys for the support. It's been 8 years now on this second channel.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. It's just been a long time coming,
Yeah, it's been slowly growing, and it seems like we're on and off. But hey, we do appreciate everybody's support and always watching our videos. It seems like we go away for a little bit.
Yeah, so let me explain that too. So we started with the world of white bass and stripers and everything but topwaters, wading in the waters and everything. But then it kind of got repetitive, and then we got introduced to the bass fishing world, and that was just so new. It's a brand new experience. You can't teach people, and the thing about bass fishing, there's a lot of secrets. So even though we have all that stuff filmed, we can't just release it. We can't just let our competition watch it. Well, if you know us personally, we'll just tell you what it is, but we can't just let the internet know about it. So. We're probably we're struggling with that idea right now on what to do with that. So more than likely, we're gonna release a Patreon or a members only, where we will say we talk about the lures, but we don't teach you how to fish them exactly. So I'll give you a great example. In the coming weeks, I'm gonna release Patreon or members, one of the two. We're gonna discuss this specifically for the bass guys, right? Bed fishing tactics and how me and Hybrid have talked about this for 3 years now. If you can see a fish close to a bed, I guarantee you can catch it in 30 minutes. There's no doubt in my mind. But that knowledge, I can't just say here, internet, spread it a million ways. I can only share that to the dedicated 20 or whatever that wants to know. But yeah, we've almost perfected the bed fishing thing. If you can see it, you can catch it. It's not why is it not catching this? No, it's not working.
Yeah. Have you fished Langley Dam? No, I'm not even sure where Langley Dam is.
Langley Dam?
Yeah.
I have no idea where that's at.
Come down when we stay near Disney. Any tips? I mean, April.
Who?
At the end of April. Man, at the end of April, it should be
the month of April should be fire everywhere.
Yeah, it should be fire everywhere.
Every species should be pretty much fire.
Yeah. So just pay attention to the moon phases and go out when it's most likely to
light. Full moon is always good.
Hit up the dams with flukes.
The dams.
That should be good.
I have a rule about the dams. So the dams, if you have time to go, if you want to be the first one to catch them, then go all the time. But if you just want to be sure when you get there, they're there, Just wait till the third major thunderstorm hits. After the third major thunderstorm, it seems like it's always a guarantee. Because you're already like a month out, right? And then the rivers are running like crazy. The mud's already being kicked up. The white bass are already past their stage. They're up in the rivers. They're up in the dams. And you get there and it's just like, where's my stream?
Yeah, Joe Schmo. 247 Outdoor Edition was our.
That was the
our first
original
channel,
one.
yeah.
Yeah, that was the original channel.
Yeah.
And we wanted it to grow too, but a lot of guys didn't want it to become a true like channel.
Yeah.
It was more, that channel started off just more like a hobby. And we
were just like with our little iPhones.
Yeah, we were recording with iPhones.
Posting
We
it.
weren't serious. We didn't have
It was fun.
a nice setup, nothing like that. And then we kind of wanted it to be more serious, so we started this channel. That channel's still there. I mean, if you guys want to watch an old channel or old hybrid videos, they're still there.
There's just no updates.
There's no updates to that channel, so all that stuff's out there. It's still there. I think hybrid really was like Hybrid Heat was the series that really got a bunch of views.
Yeah.
There was the Cedar Lake video that has like 60,000 views right now, something like that.
Something like that. I haven't checked.
That was a great video.
Yeah,
if you haven't seen that,
fun.
oh my gosh, you need to watch it. Because we had to break that in 2 separate videos. That's how crazy that fishing trip was. Someone asked about when is Hoa selling his rig. So it's for sale. Just contact us. Like I said, that's the rig right there. This is the bass version. We have a crappie white bass version. And we have a striper version now too. So what it really means is the arms are just much beefier. The equipment's much beefier for stripers.
Definitely have to have a striper rig because that's all I do.
He just throws everything everywhere we go. I throw jackhammers, everything else. This guy's just chucking. I get beat a lot. So no. Hybrid's calling.
Hybrid can make it. Hey, what's up?
What up, David? Moan Brothers, Captain Hook.
Yeah, come on.
Captain Hook is actually, if you guys didn't know, he's one of the original members of 24/7 too.
I have one. I can't read that. Yeah. Come get it.
Oh yeah, the T10 jumping minnow. The T10. Till this day, if I see one, I'm still buying it because it's that good. Okay, that Rebel T10 jumping minnow at Walmart. If you see it for $2.97, what it was?
Dude, I haven't seen it forever.
I haven't seen it forever, but I think we started a trend, at least in this area, where like we were just hunting for them for a while.
Yeah,
like that's such a good solid year. We went hunting for them. So no matter where we went out of state. There was a Walmart next to it. We had to go do a Rebel. I
think that was like the best like $2-3 lure.
Oh, hands
for sure. For
a top water.
Yeah.
Hey, last year when I fished the state championship for kayak, the state championship I took home 4 of my fish that I weighed in came on Rebel T10. Yeah, that's how good it is. So we still like I don't throw headlands, I throw Rebels.
Okay, Shawnee Lee's best fishing story out. LNB bass fishing turned to walleye fishing. We had days like that too. Oh, yeah. We don't really chase walleyes and stuff too much, but we've had days where we're out hybrid fishing or something, and then nothing but walleye, especially at home base.
Yeah, we have days where we go ahead, we try to catch bass, and the bass don't want to play, and it turns into a hybrid fest. Like, oh my gosh, what the heck is going on here?
Yeah, those days are pretty cool.
I try to catch walleyes all the time. This time of year, I try to go out looking for walleyes, but it always turns into like hybrids. I don't know why. It's in the wrong area or something.
You guys ever come to California to fish? We're actually originally from California.
Yeah, originally from California, Fresno area.
We haven't been back in a while.
I was there 4 years ago? 4 years ago, we went to Huntington Lake and we were catching trout. It's actually a video. I did a little video with some of my nieces and nephews.
Yeah,
pretty cool. A bunch of trout.
But I mean, since we've got a boat now, I mean, eventually we'll do like fishing trips, even all the way out there, hopefully. So we should be fun.
Yeah, we're gonna start the striper tour basically.
Yeah.
Once that happens, once this channel blows up big enough, the goal is to catch a striper basically in every state that has stripers. So we're gonna try that. That's gonna be a crazy task. But
Randy Wilson, man, he's big so much tournament.
Yeah, I know Randy.
Oh yeah, Randy.
Randy's a kayak guy.
Yeah.
Captain Hook is just, he's kind of mad because we let the game blade out of the bag. He can't be that mad because I told him about it. The game blade. Oh my goodness. The chartreuse one too? Money. Here's a little story about the game blade, right? Like someone told me about it. I didn't believe it. I started fishing it. Oh my gosh, it looks so good. And then I told Captain Hook about it. He was like, man, that thing's trash. I'm going to throw my like crankbait or whatever. And I gave it to him. He threw. We got this one river bend, right? And then a little current on it. And then I told him just to cast it. And he threw it. He cast 10 times, caught 6 white bass. And from that point on, he was hooked. I kid you not. That was a legit story, too.
Bovo, yes, fish Grand Lake. I don't fish Grand Lake.
We'll probably do more Grand Lake this year, but it would be more on the boat. It won't be really. Because I do have a video on a kayak where I went out there practicing for a bass tournament. But all I found was white bass. So we'll probably go back, take my dad out there. So we'll probably enjoy it.
Any tips bass fishing Grand Lake in April?
Huh?
Any tips on bass fishing Grand Lake in April?
Bass fishing on Grand Lake?
Yeah.
Dude, they're all on the back of the pockets. Yeah. Okay, so basically Grand, here's a secret to Grand, right? I think about it. We fished Grand on the kayaks 3 years now. Every time we go out there, the guys that are fishing behind the docks always win. So when you go out, it's almost like don't even fish the front of the dock. Just go to the back of the dock and just pitch the walkways. Nere, Cinco, small jig. And that's how you get bit. But sometimes you have to flip it over the cables. But if you're in a kayak, you just slip right underneath the cables. Just pretend like there's nothing there and you're just on the bank and you actually flip back towards the dock. That's a big tip. Yeah. That's how you're going to win those tournaments.
Beastmo said y'all should do more budget video for white bass. Like a budget setup, dude. I'm thinking about just going to Walmart and just picking out.
Yeah, would you guys watch that?
Certain ones
I
would personally buy for white bass, yeah. Because, I mean, just Walmart, they don't have the best selection, but just for white bass, it's plenty good.
Yeah, when you watch our videos, we got like G Loomises and like Dollar Ballistics and everything. That's because that's just what we like. We've been fishing for 20 years and we like a certain grade of equipment now. But don't get me wrong. Like, don't feel like if you don't have that type of equipment, you're just not cool. Because honestly, there's a reel out there called the Fluger President. It's a $45 reel. I think $45, $50 reel. We still got like 4 of them. And if I had to go white bass fishing, I'd rather use that.
Yeah,
because it's more than enough.
Wear that thing out. It'll be fine.
That and an ugly stick for $30? No, it's done.
Nelson says I'm planning to go white bass fishing on the White River this weekend. How deep should I fish? And where do you think the fish are staging?
Yeah, that's a hard one. I've never been on the White River, but
yeah,
a lot of times river fish, from what I've seen, is like you want to find eddies or something that breaks the current.
Mm-hmm. Like or just deep pockets.
Deep pockets or river bends a little bit. They want the spot where the water swirls. That's usually key. Something that causes the water to swirl.
Yeah, B wants to see video on Lake Texoma. We'll probably do that this year for sure.
That's gonna happen because
just gotta find the time to go.
That's gonna happen.
I want to hit up like Beaver Lake in Arkansas.
Yeah, we got a whole bunch. There's a whole bunch of YouTubers at Texoma now. So don't hold me to this, but we might try to get one of those guides to guide us on Texoma.
Yeah,
might happen. I don't know.
Always watching.
Yeah.
Hello, Mama Bear. I see you in here. Landon Kersey says, you guys stick to conventional fishing or do you ever try fly fishing? We actually do have some fly rods.
I have 2 rods, 2 fly rods, a 5-weight and 9-weight.
Yeah.
The goal was to catch a white bass on my 5-weight rod, and I did. And it was actually on one of my YouTube videos, too. And then from there on out, I had never caught fish.
Yeah, I mean, I fly fish once in a blue moon. I'm not that good.
Yeah, but I tell you what, that fly fishing stuff,
it's fun though.
The guys that never tried it, right? Basically, the fly rod makes the fish seem like it's 10 times stronger than it actually is. Because when you catch a little bluegill like this, the rod's already bent so crazy. You catch a 16-inch bass, it feels like, and the other thing is like the line runs through your fingers. So when they're pulling drag or you're controlling it with your fingers and you feel the line slip real quick through, it's a crazy adrenaline rush. It's a totally different feel because everything else you don't actually hold the line, so you don't actually feel how strong the fish is. But yes, we're gonna try to catch a striper on fly.
Any of you ever co-angler for pro fisherman, and how was that experience? We weren't
We've never been a co-angler, but when the Bassmaster Classic came to town, we were media personnel. So we were all on their boats. The last class was like 20.
Yeah, you guys were reps, weren't you?
We were
marshals.
We were marshals, basically. We were they call it media marshals. And I went during practice, and then Hybrid actually went during the tournament.
Yeah, so Hybrid got to ride with Mike Iaconelli.
Yeah, Hybrid requested for Mike Iaconelli, and he got it. And I requested for, I actually requested for the Mo angler. What was his name? Trevor Lowe. Yeah, I requested for him, but I got bumped off because they don't care about YouTube guys. So I requested for him. I got bumped off. I requested for Iaconelli during practice. I got bumped off, and then I requested for Chris Lane. And it was like, okay, you're good to go. So I actually got to ride in Legend for a day. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, it was
super fast too.
It was a pretty cool experience. We actually took during the tournament. We took out Captain Hook's boat. And we ran off of
we did take out Captain Hook's boat.
That was pretty cool.
We took a bunch of pictures of all the pros.
So thanks, Captain Hook.
Yep. That thing ate a lot of gas.
Is it worth to get a pedal kayak as a first kayak, or should I start with a Lifetime? Is it Titan?
Titan.
Yeah.
Okay, so we get that question a lot. We get that almost every week, right? So put it this way: for your first kayak, this is where I'm gonna tell you those guys, right? If you're a hardcore fisherman on the bank already, just step up to the nice kayak, because you're gonna buy something that you're gonna want to upgrade immediately. Because once you start noticing the flaws of that cheaper kayak, well, I wouldn't even cheap. I'd say entry level. You're gonna be like, dang, I should just bought the nice one. I'll give you a great story, right? We have a friend that fishes with us, and he bought a entry level kayak. You know what? He did great. He won like 2 tournaments out of it. But I bought my first one. Is still the current kayak that I still own now. I bought a Hobie Pro Angler, right? It's the most expensive kayak at the time. I think it was like $3,000. I bought it used for $2,000, right? I still have it, but it's not a pedal. Well, it's a pedal, not a paddle, right? Paddle. So there's goods and there's bads about it. The paddle ones, it's usually a little cheaper. Pedal drives are always like $1,700 and up. But here's one thing I'll tell you that might just make that decision for you, right? When you have a pedal drive, you're pedaling with your feet, right? And then you're fishing at the same time. You can do that.
Yep.
The other one, you can't. You have to literally put your rods down, or do some weird like arm thing.
Yeah, that's literally what I was gonna. That was my point. Yeah. I was gonna say if you have the hand pedal one, you're not fishing, and if you want to get a kayak so you can actually fish, then it's kind of counterproductive. Yeah. So if you can fork out the money for the pedal drive, or
save the money. Yeah. Plus the pedal drives, if you are gonna resell, they hold their values a lot better.
Yeah.
So, especially the Hobies, they're ridiculous. Okay, what's up? Tips for Texoma. Texoma is infested with stripers. Okay, so Texoma, I just saw a report from the wildlife department. Texoma, ever since it was stocked in 1970, ever since, I think they stocked it once or twice, and that's it. And those stripers naturally reproduce. So that means this year, there is more stripers in that lake than there has ever been stripers in that lake.
Yeah, there's only like 2 lakes in Oklahoma that the stripers can naturally reproduce. And Texoma, and I think Keystone is the second one, which we fish Keystone a lot.
Yeah.
Yo,
Keystone
who's this guy?
Keystone is an average lake compared to Texoma.
I'm here too.
But Texoma was crazy because me and Hybrid, we fished I don't know if you guys follow as much, but we fished the state championship, the Bass Oklahoma Kayak Angler State Championship on Texoma last year, and we caught stripers, not even trying. We were trying to avoid them. That's how many there are in there. So all your points, all the sandy points that kind of go out, if it's wind blown onto the point, it's even better. If you have a boat, just hit the humps, troll, A-rig, whatever, you're going to get them. Oh, black salties, if you want to do the live bait stuff, that stuff is killer too.
And here's a little secret. Fish at night.
Fish at night.
It's even crazy.
Fish at night. Captain Hook can attest to this because this dude went to sleep.
I knocked out.
And me and Captain Hook went out at like 11 o'clock at night. Okay, so you go out, it's in like 5 foot of water. This is during the summer, right? Go find the first
hot summer nights.
Yeah, hot summer nights. We actually went on late. Was it Labor Day? That was like thousands of boats.
It was during V-Man's birthday.
Yeah,
That's when we went, yeah.
Memorial Day. It was.
Yeah.
Yeah. Basically, you go find. There's like a ledge, right? There's always a ledge. But that year the lake was low, so we found this ledge in 5 foot of water. It just drops from 5 to like 10, and we literally had the little John boat, the little Stella, out there, and we had, have the little front headlight. We just bent it down into the water, and we just turned the light on, and it attracted so much big fish. Stripers were running in and out, and like a shad jumped into the boat and hit Captain Hook in the face. It was a good time. It was a good time. Real good time.
Chongher says, "You guys make great content. Can we see more catch and cook videos?"
Oh yes,
dude. We should barbecue.
We are going to do that.
We should barbecue that on the boat.
All right. I don't know if that's even legal to do, but we've been thinking about that, right? So we're gonna do a catch and cook, but somehow put a grill on the boat without burning the boat down.
Yeah.
So I don't know if we should do just propane again, or we should do like charcoal or whatever, but. Man, I'm thinking like deep fried fish too. So I think we got
steak. We could cook
Actually, what we're gonna do is we're probably gonna do like. This is what I want to do. I want to do a taste test, right? So there's a lot of like catch and cooks already, but I want to go catch a bass, catch a crappie, catch a white bass, catch a walleye, and do a taste test on the boat. Would you guys want to watch that, something like that? Because I think that's something new. Because people always be like, "Yeah, hybrids taste better than this. That tastes better than that." Well, we're gonna do a video about it at one time. Deep fried, probably with tomato sauce on top, and we're just gonna taste it, see what happens. Of course, the bass people are gonna probably hate you for it, but that's a video for another day too.
What's you guys' funniest fishing story?
Oh, what you got for?
More like fails.
More like fail stories. Yeah.
Everything goes wrong.
So I'll go with mine first. Mine was I went out kayak fishing at the dam with 3 of my buddies.
Oh,
and I borrowed this dude's kayak.
That was before I even bought it.
Yeah. So when you get to the dam, there's this long walk, right, going down. So that day I did not bring any water, totally forgot. And then on the way down it's fine. We kayaked the whole morning, caught a bunch of fish, and then on the way back you had to bring the kayak back up this long steep stairway. Well, on the way back up, me and my buddy was carrying the kayak. You had to pull both muscles in my leg. I went down crippled, and then my other buddy had to come carry the kayak. So this is my buddy James and my buddy Lane. They had to come carry my kayak back to the truck.
That and the V-Man time too, where he lost his pole.
Oh yeah,
and that was pretty good. That was pretty funny though. I didn't go, but that was.
Backstory on that. We went fishing at this one dam, and then I don't know where they turned on the water. I think
no, the water was off, and then turned on.
Yeah, we went down river, and then they turned the dam on. Now we got water rushing down, so we had super paddle our way back up to the boat ramp to get out. And
but everybody was out of shape.
Everybody was out of shape. We were super thirsty because we never bring water. I don't know why. And on the way we were almost to back to the boat ramp, and V-Man's one of his fishing rods falls over, and I was like, "Dude, your fishing rod fell," and he's like, "F that, I'm out."
Ain't got time for that.
He's like, "I ain't got time for that." He just lost it and came straight to the boat ramp.
That's how tired he was.
Yeah,
pretty much, man.
What's up, Bayboy Basson in the house?
Yep, Bayboy Basson. He's a local guy too, so go up to him if you guys haven't already.
Kayaks.
He does a lot of bass fishing, pond fishing. I didn't watch his last video. He said he got a big fish in the last video. So.
Bubble All again says, "Are you guys still going to kayak fish?"
Yep, we are.
Yeah.
We are. We can't let that go because I'll tell you why. Kayak is really cheap. I mean, it's really cheap. I mean, the kayak costs a lot. That's a big initial investment, but after that, there's basically no maintenance on it. You don't wash your kayak if you don't have to. You can just throw it in the backyard if you want to. That don't happen with a boat. A boat, every time you take it out, you gotta fill it with gas. And then on top of that, especially right now in the spawn, you just can't go shallow enough. I mean, we go in the kayak. Last time we fished on a foot of water, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah, a boat could never go in a foot of water on any lake. So, and other lakes have a lot of standing timber. A boat is limited, and the kayak just slips right on through. So it's not even a problem. And all these weird looks from these guys in $60,000 bass boats. They're hanging out in the wide open because they can't get that shallow. So you're just smashing them in front of them, I'd say. But,
Jacob Cornell said, "Y'all want to come fish some farm ponds in Stroud and film a video, dude.
We might.
Yeah.
We might have to hold you up on that because we're trying to do a lot of collabs this year too. So
Yeah.
if you're a local guy, we're gonna do a lot of collabs. We're gonna do a lot of that.
Yeah, we do have some private ponds we can hit up too, but yeah, definitely I'll take up the opportunity. I'll get some big ones.
Yeah. Farm ponds are always fun. They're always fun. Most memorable striper trip, man. We got too many. Put it that way. We fished a lot. There's a lot of stories where you go out the whole day, you don't catch anything. It's raining, it's thunderstorms. It's memorable too. So if you want to call, I guess for the average person, they might say, "What's your best trip that you caught a lot of fish?" Right. So I'll just start with that. If you're talking just a lot of fish, I would have to say that Sooner Lake trip. That Sooner Lake trip was mixed white bass, hybrids, stripers. I mean, at the time, I think it was only five person, the hybrids and the discharge. And we limited out in the first 30 minutes.
Yeah.
But we fished for 7-8 hours,
Yeah.
And we just caught and release, catch and release. We knew the rules. The rules was 5, right? So we caught 4, and then we just everybody has their own stringer too. So we caught 4 hybrids. There's 4 stringers. Well, no, there was a bunch of us that went. So everybody got 4 fish on the stringers, and we just caught and release the 5th one. And we were smashing for hours. It's hours.
In one of our early
videos. It's an early video, but that's on the 24/7 channel.
I think one of my best striper trips was the one with Dad.
Oh, that was crazy too. That's
a random day, and
yeah.
I think me and my other buddies fished a couple days before and did really good at Keystone. And then I took my dad. It was super windy and rainy, but we smashed him. It was my dad was to this day, Dad's still that's the best fishing day ever.
Yeah. And that was our little 14-foot boat too.
Yeah, that was that's our little. Yeah, we take Stella out. That was fun.
That's a Stella back when she was still running good. Now it's all crippled. Yeah, so let's see.
So why out of work outdoors?
Oh, okay. That's a good question because
we get that one a lot.
Yeah, I get okay. So everybody that we meet in real life, sooner or later they always ask that question. So we need to probably do better. We gotta explain that a little better. So out of work is okay. So everybody has a job, right? At one time you got a job, and say you're working, and your buddy messaged you a picture. He's like, "Fool, look what I just caught," and you're like, "What? You're not working today?" And he's like, "Nope, took a vacation day." And we smashing them right now. And you're like, "Damn, I'll pretend like I'm sick right now. Go fish."
Yeah, we fish a lot, and
fish a lot. So
when you're working, you're always just thinking about fishing. So whenever you're out of work.
Well, basically, it's when that bell's gonna ring, right?
Yeah.
That 5 o'clock, and you're at 4:59, and then 5 o'clock hits. That's the out of work feel. That's the out of work
Man, we used to just fish all the time.
Yeah, after work. So every time we're out of work, we're fishing.
Yeah.
So that's kind of how we came up with out of work.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that feeling where you're
before work and after work.
Actually, before work and after work too. That's true. We've gotten older and we got a little lazier. We don't do the morning shift anymore. But that could come back.
Have we ever fished off a float tube? No, we have not.
Who?
Have we ever fished off a float tube?
No. I considered buying one before the whole kayak thing came through. But no, we haven't. To be honest, I've considered it.
There's a float tube club that fishes tournaments too.
What is your favorite top water lure for stripers? Oh man, I don't have any.
I'll give you 3. Right? Probably the best one would be the GT Minnow.
Yeah, it just depends on the situation too. But for us, I think the GT Minnow is a classic, and it's something that you can always throw in. Every time they're hitting top water,
they catch the big ones too. That's the thing.
Yeah.
But it doesn't get a lot of bites though.
Yeah, I think slowly switching over to if I'm just dam fishing and I need the distance, my go-to is just loaded plugs. Any of the plugs that I made videos on it. Any of the any of those plugs.
IMAs, the
IMAs, yeah, they just work.
treble hooks.
Yeah.
Change the rings out, change the hooks out.
Yep.
Put
Load
a
them
bunch
up,
of BBs
make
in
them
it,
heavy, cast
and
them
it
out.
flies like 100+ yards.
It's
Which
almost
we
like a
demo.
sinker.
Yeah, like a lead weight, and it just goes crazy.
What type of baits do you guys use during these times since there are strong winds for stripe?
Strong what? Strong winds?
Yeah. Like on the lakeside?
I guess on the lakeside. Jackhammers. Okay, so I think that's a video we'll talk about later, but I'll give you the gist of it, right? So my theory on selecting lures, right? So you want to select a lure that is just slightly louder than your environment. Okay, so if you understand that concept, you will have no problem selecting lures. Okay, so what I mean by that is, check this out, right? If you're fishing a clear water lake, no wind, the jackhammer is not your number one tool. Okay, you probably want to throw a swim bait, a smaller swim bait, maybe more see-through type of swim bait. Maybe small, like a 3.3 inch swim bait, or even a 2.8 swim bait. Those are probably the best for that situation, right? But if it's about to thunder, tornadoes about to drop, you want a freaking chatterbait or a rig or something like that, something big, because now the environment's really loud, so you need a lure that's loud. And if it's muddy water too, you gotta throw chartreuse bait, so the colors brighten up too. So that pretty much, if you could get that concept down, man, you got it. You got it for all species.
Yeah.
You know.
But for striper, I think they feed really good on loud line anyway. So
Yeah.
I mean, they bite in the dark way better than like other fish. So
Oh yeah, we'll bring you guys that
Yeah.
stuff too. Nighttime stripers.
nighttime striper fishing, I mean, you don't see anything, and they still key in on your lug or your
Yeah.
you know.
And that bite is aggressive at night.
Yeah,
Nobody
it's
sees
one
anything. No flashlights, nothing. Just walking around, be a bit.
David said you should do a catch and cook, make some long dishes. Large sounds good.
We did do one. We could probably do one again. Okay, so the thing about the catch and cooks is a lot of times when you go catch and cooking, you're not fully prepared, like as if you were home. But you got all the ingredients, right? The peppers, the rice powders, the other lemony stuff, and the green onions. You don't have all that. So so far we've been doing just fillets and tomato sauce.
Yeah,
But
easier
catch and
stuff,
cooks,
yeah.
you know. But that's still more complicated than a lot of the other channels where they just do like a deep fry and that's it. But we'll definitely do something like that. Coming up, we have a fridge now. So we're going to put a fridge in my truck, and we're going to just keep all the ingredients in there, and then it should be good for at least a week. And we'll try to bring you guys those videos. Mm-hmm.
Oh, anything else? I think that was the last one. Hey, Will Baston said he likes the turkey video we did last year.
Yeah, man. A lot of
Turkey
people like that
fishing,
video,
yeah.
but it never really took off. You know, I thought it was going to be a little bit better than that, but yeah. You guys didn't see that. It started off as a joke, but it actually worked twice.
Yeah, I was surprised it actually hit.
Yeah.
But then again, that time those subscribers
They were really hungry.
they're in that feeding
Yeah,
mode.
we tipped, if you guys have missed it, we tipped our jigs with actual turkey breasts.
Yeah.
And they bit the turkey breasts. It's like, oh, damn, they want Thanksgiving dinner too. Chongher fishing is life. Yes, sir, it is.
Next big trip. That's
Next big
that's
trip.
mine.
I tell you what, next big trip I can foresee is probably finding them on Keystone, like the big girls, right? The big stripers. And that's something that I've always wanted to do. And the little John boat was just too slow, and sometimes
It's
just
too
hang out
small.
dangerous
Yeah.
too to be
Yeah,
on a
there.
big lake like that. So now that we have the overtime, okay. So thanks for chiming in because this is the first time we're announcing this. The new boat's name is the Overtime. Okay, so we have to think of that, right? We're the out of work crew, and now our boat's called the Overtime. Okay,
That's pretty cool.
yeah, I think it's pretty neat because that was a suggestion from our Instagram follower, and I was just like, man, that sounds good, right? So, anyways, the Overtime is a 20-foot boat with 150 horsepower on it. All the electronics to find it now, so there's no excuse not to find them. So I can foresee a big trip on Keystone. I'm talking like post spawn, and we go out there with either we're trolling for them, or we're throwing big swim baits for them, or it's a big top water bite, or it's gonna be a magnum spoon type of deal. We throw like a 8-inch spoon, and we just
that'd be fun.
yeah, that's gonna be a good day.
Best place in Northeast Oklahoma for white bass this weekend. We got some rain coming through, so
we got a lot of rain coming through,
Yeah.
so pretty much
it's gonna be super hot or super not hot.
yeah, it's 100% or 0. Okay,
Yeah,
but a lot of the dams are starting to fire up. They're starting to fire up. I've been hearing like good catches here and there, but nothing like everybody's reporting.
I think we're still like 2 weeks early.
Yeah, we're about 2 weeks early, so but it doesn't matter. I've been hearing a lot of. I've heard one report from Shoto Bend, but that's
yeah. I mean, that's probably one place you could probably check out. I mean, that's probably where everybody's going to check out is Lower Dam down there by Lake Hudson.
Was it Locust Grove? Talking?
Prior Creek is pretty good, but
So all your creeks that are running, the mouths of them, check the mouths. They should be staging right now, if not already spawning.
any river system at the north or at the top of the lake should be stacked.
Scotty Yeager says big strappers on Keystone, 6-inch pencil poppers. Yes, sir.
Baby Boy Bassin says personal best for all.
Talk about bass.
Yeah, personal best bass for all.
I get it, and then never officially measured mine, but mine was right at 10. There's 2 of them that are right at 10. I never measured it. They're definitely 9s. If it was during the spawn, it would be definitely over 10. But we caught them during the summer. And
post spawn. Mine was definitely a 9 out.
You caught it at Sooner Lake, right?
Yeah, I caught mine out Sooner Lake,
Yeah.
striper fishing.
Yeah, I thought a big top water.
Post spawn. That dude is
huge.
huge, but he's measured out at 9
Mm-hmm.
for largemouth. And smallmouth is the one on Skytip.
Yeah, you caught the 23-inch.
23 inch,
Yeah.
6 pounds.
23-inch. You weighed it too.
Yeah.
On a scale that weighed below.
That was pretty fun. I have to go
Yeah.
back and do that.
I was on a whopper popper.
Mine's pretty
Yeah,
That was a whopper popper. And I missed a whopper popper bite the day before, the hour earlier before that too. That was crazy.
That day was crazy.
Yeah, I was I don't know that every day every fish that bit that day, at least the smallmouths they were all over 3 pounds.
Yeah,
Yeah, they were all over 3
really
pounds.
good day that
Ridiculous. One hit a frog, top on frog.
Yeah,
that was ridiculous too. I don't know what happened.
What's your personal best?
Mine's pretty bad. Largemouth is probably like almost 8 or 8, and then smallmouth is probably like 5.
Yeah,
but I do hold a striper.
Oh yeah, you do have the striper in terms of
Like
length.
42 inches, about
Yeah.
3 pounds.
That was a Sooner Lake, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Freshwater, caught and released. Okay, did not take that one home, guys.
Yeah.
So caught and released on was that a bottom?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, right. Oh, we talk about the bottom all the time.
do you guys use scents?
All right.
And if so, which kind?
Who asked that?
I don't know.
Since
I use scent. Like winter fishing or strictly summer fishing. When they're up and chasing, like the spawn and during the fall, I don't use scent. But when it's tough and they're in that funk or you have to use scent, I think the brand I use is Bang, the easy one you can get from Walmart, and you spray. So you don't want to get it on your boat. You're just hanging over the water and just spray it a couple of times and just throw it.
yeah, and the other thing about scent is a lot of the good lures they already come with scent. So even though you don't personally apply it, they already have like say Kayaks have a squid, Strike King has a coffee scent, Zoom has salty stuff, the kind of salted. Yamamoto is like so thick with salt, it's ridiculous.
Yeah.
But for me, if I was to apply scent, this is like my method on it, right? If it's a lure that they have to stare at it, then I put scent on it. If it's a lure that swims really fast, then I don't. That's just how I do it. So like jigs, I put on it. Sometimes I put it on my shaky heads. If I'm like drop shot, big baits over beds, I put on it. Because you want the attractant to help you, basically. But yeah, that's a good question. But for the most part, I hardly ever use it. I'm a power fisherman. My crankbaits and top waters fly around so fast that it's all mostly sight oriented, so they won't even get a chance to sniff it if they want to bite it.
Scott says for big striper on Keystone, 6-inch pencil poppers at dusk.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
I know. We're gonna be doing that soon.
Never caught a striper. Well, there's a bunch out there. Go get one.
Yeah, man. There's a bunch. That's I feel your pain too, okay? Because when we first moved to Oklahoma, we came from saltwater stripers, right? And now everybody wants us to go fish dams, and we're all like, "Oh, what? How that? Hold on, right?" And everyone's like, "Go throw these little crappie jigs, and you'll catch them." And we're like, "What? We're used to throwing like herring that's like 13, 14 inches, and now you want me to throw a 2-inch man?"
What's your go-to lure for a striper? Well, it just depends on the situation. If you're fishing like dams and stuff, or you're on the lakeside, my go-to for a dam would be like during the summer it'd be top water, but
it's hard
during the winter time, if I'm on the boat at the dam, it'd be like an A-rig.
Yep.
So it just depends on the situation.
Right.
It can't be an A-rig.
Can't be an A-rig, man. That's striper candy. So many people have already dubbed it striper candy.
Top 5 bucket list fish. So my top 5 would be
peacock bass, tarpon,
Yeah.
and
I want to catch a rainbow trout. No, the golden trout. I haven't caught one of
what
those
is a
yet.
golden trout?
What?
What's a golden trout?
It's a golden
The
ring.
golden rainbow trout.
Oh, the one of the ones?
Yeah. I haven't
Oh
caught
my
one of those
goodness.
yet. I want to catch a GT. So like going to Australia or Hawaii for a GT. I want to go down to like Key West and catch a big tarpon.
Yes.
I want to catch like a big Goliath grouper.
I don't know about that. I'm on. That dude will eat you.
Probably. And then I also want to do like, I don't know, maybe a shark or something.
Possible.
Yeah.
Possible.
That'd be fun.
But GT, yes, GT is on my list because if you've never seen the GT, just YouTube it. GT fishing cliffs.
I want to do
Good stuff.
like
Good
a
stuff.
tuna or something too.
Tuna's cool too.
Yeah.
Tuna's cool too.
I mean, even if it's just going back up north and chasing like little albacore during the run, that'd be fun too.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, a mako, bro.
Oh,
Catch a mako, one of those spinning trucks.
Oh, makos, when you catch them, they do backflips.
Yeah.
best PB for a striper and how long since?
So
So currently,
you gotta
PB,
talk
yeah.
freshwater or saltwater though.
Yeah.
See, because that's where our records are.
Yeah.
I'll go first. My saltwater one is probably 42, right? My freshwater one is only like 36
Inches.
inches.
Yeah. We used to live on. If you guys don't know, we used to live like up in Massachusetts.
Yeah.
So we striper fish from up there, and the fish up there are pretty big.
Yeah.
When it comes to stripers, and we've caught ones when we were younger, and it was like longer than us. So
Yeah.
we didn't
Yeah.
keep track of anything back then.
Only if we're this good.
Yeah.
We were never that good. Once
gear.
again, it was the gear that I caught my big fish on. It was a 7-foot ugly stick. It's medium heavy. I caught it on. I can't remember the reel. It was like a $30 reel.
It's like a Mitchell.
Yeah, it's like a Mitchell
or
something.
something.
And I
Yeah.
caught it on a 15-pound Berkeley big game. That's what I used on a bomber
Yeah.
with stock hooks. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's the big one.
And then for freshwater, I think Hybrid holds the record,
Hybrid holds
which
the
is the
record.
one from Junior Lake. We did a video on that a while back.
Yeah,
So,
night fishing.
Night fishing.
I also caught a 40 at Watertown
Oh yeah, you did catch
Yeah.
that one.
when I was like 15, but
Yeah,
that's also freshwater.
that's awesome. Well, that one's because that's
Technically,
I'll give you
it's
that
like
saltwater.
both, yeah.
Yeah, I'll give you saltwater on that.
Brackish water.
The biggest shark we caught when we went up to the Cape Cod Canal a couple years ago, I caught a 39 and a half. So that was the biggest one. And then our cousin during the same morning caught a 42, I think it was.
Well, we saw multiple plus.
Yeah, we
40s
saw
taken that morning.
some big ones. We just couldn't hook up.
I just didn't look at the straw.
Dude, we were
Everybody was fishing like 5 feet
I
across.
don't know if you guys see that video, but we were like running super late for our
Yeah,
flight.
that was crazy.
We literally like stopped fishing and went straight to the airport. So it was pretty cool.
Yeah, that was pretty
Should have
nice.
called it in.
Man, if I knew that we could cancel trips and stuff like that, we would just be
Yeah.
like, okay, we'll leave. We'll stay another day or something. But...
Are we going?
Right.
It's Bay Boy said, "Are we going to travel more like the Boston video?" I want to.
I want to, but
well,
that trip was just so
Well,
expensive.
the thing is, like with COVID and stuff,
Yeah,
it's
they're
kind of
not-
hard for us to like travel too far.
We'll
have
travel
kids.
more, but we'll travel to the local, like
Yeah.
say striper attractions,
Yeah.
Texoma, Beaver, Bull Shoals. Like those two are like I want to. Texoma is like definitely gonna hit it.
Yeah,
Bull Shoals and Table Rock, those lakes, the Ozarks area. We gotta find a guy. I'm sure there's like a guy that likes stripers. There is a guy though. I didn't reach out to him one time. There was that guy that does all that cool video of stripers. He just throws flats.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
he's from those.
That's pretty cool. I do want to go back up to Cape Cod Canal. I mean, that place is
place in my heart.
pretty crazy. Yeah.
I need revenge on that place because I didn't catch a 40 yet. Traveled that far.
Captain X got a story about Cape Cod too.
Captain Hook has a great story about Cape Cod. Yeah.
Yeah.
Pretty much. That's one of the day.
Montauk, man.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Montauk is probably one of the
Bucket list.
bucket list place to go.
Montauk.
Yeah. The Montauk world, I want to, but man, after seeing that video of people fighting there, I just kind of turns you off because it's literally like it feels like it's a parking lot, and everybody fishes out the lighthouse, and it's only like 100-yard stretch, but there's like 1,000 people there, you know.
Any tips for jig fishing for bass around pre-spawn time?
Oh, jigs? Keep your trailers real short. Okay, so you don't want a full-size trailer. You want more. Okay, so when I think jigs, you have two profiles, right? A long profile or a puffy short profile. You want a puffy profile because you don't want to nip in on your trailers. Okay, so I get that a lot. So even during tournaments, I'm not a jig guy, but I notice this. If I start getting nips where you set the hook and the pinchers fall off, dude, just shorten it up. So like
Everything.
Shorten up everything, just bulk it up, and then the next time he hits it, he'll get the jig. And on top of that, it's just black and blue or green pumpkin. That's all I throw. My green pumpkin, I like a little bit of blue in it, so a couple streaks of blue or dye the pinchers blue. That's all I do.
Yeah, you can catch stripes in Tulsa below the dam. If you're talking about Zinc Dam, I mean the Arkansas River runs through there. It's a local hotspot, basically. Everybody kind of knows about it. Turkey Mountain Riverside, yep.
That's when we filmed a couple of our footages.
If you guys go back way back in time, some of our first
actually.
videos came from that area.
Yeah, so for the guys that don't know, there's a river that runs through Tulsa. It's the Arkansas River. Okay, it has a lot of stripers, but be very cautious when you go out there because you hear this information, you're gonna go out there. I don't want you to die. Basically.
Yeah.
The river goes up and down. Okay, so if you go out there, please. I know it sounds stupid, but just wear a life jacket. Okay, you're gonna look like an idiot. Yep. You're going out there and you're walking on sand. The water's only like 6 inches deep.
Just be very aware of the water. It can go up and down without notice, especially if you're like in Tulsa and they're releasing water from the Keystone. They usually have a schedule you can look at, but sometimes they turn on the water without, having anything scheduled. So I think it takes around 7 hours from the water.
7 hours for water to get there, but
to come from Keystone to downtown Tulsa. So just be aware of that.
Yep.
You guys have any smallmouth around? Yeah, we got some good smallmouth around. They're not. It's not anything crazy like that. There are some big ones here. Yeah.
There's river smallmouth, which are only like this big. And then there's like actual introduced smallmouth, and those get pretty big.
Yeah.
I don't know where they got those from.
Tennessee
strength?
Yeah.
Yeah, so like he said, he caught a 6-pounder. I caught a 4.5, multiple 3s. They do get big. So Sky Tug, Arbuckle, 10 Killer, they have them.
Top water GT fishing, yep.
All day, every day, Luke.
Yeah.
All day, every day.
What do you guys recommend for a rod setup? Depends on what you're trying to fish for. Striper or bass, on a boat or surf setup.
What kind of lures you're throwing?
Yes, in Tulsa on the power plant side, yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, right there at Zinc Dam is pretty crazy. We haven't been out there in a while just because there's so many people out there. But it's crazy, especially right now. They're running water like crazy out of Keystone.
Yeah.
So it should be pretty good. Just be careful.
Mm-hmm. Thanks, Randy. 20,000 subscribers was long time coming. So when we first started, we were climbing real fast, and then it got kind of boring, and then we went to do bass for like 3 years and came back. And it was kind of on and off. But 2021 is going to be a solid year because we have a system now. So every month you're guaranteed at least 3 videos, at least 3. So every month, the first week of every month, I don't know if you guys have noticed, but we go through a fishing explained series. So there's a white bass video, there's a striper video, and there's a bass video. Those 3 are guaranteed to hit in the first week of every month. And everything else is just whatever you kind of feel like or whatever you guys give us feedback on, we'll answer. somebody was already asking about tournament preparation. That's a big one for the tournament guys, and we'll definitely do one. Another one, oh yeah, well, I'll start up another series about electronics. That was not super hot, but I'm gonna do it anyways because it just blows up every once in a while.
Yo, mess up. We go.
Mhm.
Yeah.
All right, so let's get to the,
So,
the
yeah.
thing because it's
Like,
already-
for striper, a lot of for striper. If you're doing like dam fishing, dude, like I recommend just a surf frog with
yeah,
a good, decent reel and some good
Yeah.
braid. And
yeah.
probably
So let's
good.
recommend something, right? So if you're doing dams, right, and if you have to cast far, that's the major thing. If you don't have to cast far, this is probably not for you. But if you have to cast at least 50 yards or farther every time, you want to go with a surf rod because
surf rod
we
and
bought everything under the sun, and it comes down to that surf rod category. Okay, so surf rods are designed to cast far, right?
Mhm.
So 10-6, good starting point.
braid. At
Or
least
longer?
10 foot.
Yeah, at least 10
I
foot.
wouldn't. If you want to get distance, I would at least 10 foot. The longer is almost better. Yeah.
Medium heavy, probably.
Yeah. And
Medium
then
heavy.
for line, definitely braid.
Braid for sure.
Yeah.
No question about it.
I mean,
Uh,
the smaller the better for distance.
Yeah.
But
Yep.
you gotta judge what you do.
You gotta balance out like what kind of fish you're gonna be catching, if you're gonna be breaking line or not.
And
Yeah.
tell your leader.
Learn how to tie leader. But see, on the braid, buy the expensive one. On the leader, buy the cheap one. Okay, so we run that Max Quattro, which is ridiculously expensive. But then we tie it onto like a 40-pound Berkeley big game. It's what? $7 for 500 yards, something like that.
1,500.
1,500. Yeah, it's pretty cheap. It's real cheap.
700.
Yeah, it's pretty cheap. So that's the section that you're gonna replace a lot. So it takes a lot of abuse too. So it's like, yeah, just do something cheap.
Mhm.
You know.
Okay, you want to do these?
Oh yeah. So for the 20,000 subscribers, I know we're at 20,200 now, but we're gonna giving away a couple things. So if you're still on, I know there's 55 guys, 33 thumbs up, but be sure to thumbs up this video. We're giving stuff away. So we're giving away a sticker. This is a pretty good size sticker. It's like a 6-inch sticker, and this is like a 3-inch sticker. And we're also giving this away. So we're giving two of these away, 2 of these away, and 2 of these away. And of course, these are free shipping. So if you win, we just ship it to you. We'll contact you, send us your address, and we'll mail them out. But for the grand prize, right? The grand prize, we'll give you this. This is something that this guy and I kind of talked over, right? Talked over and over. It has evolved like 5-6 times already. So we want money on it. Our friends have won money on it. Some of these guys in the comments have won money on it, or at least catch some fish.
Some of the guys already got some.
They already have some. So we're giving this away for free. It's a $25 value, and we'll even throw in free shipping if you're out of state. But basically, this is fully rigged, right? With Kayaks, blades. I mean, it's rigged out. But more than likely, what we're just going to ship you is just this. This is what you're actually going to get. So this one doesn't have any blades on it yet because I didn't put them on there yet. But you can choose to get blades or no blades. Okay, this is the bass version. You could probably pick the striper version too if you want the striper version. Or if you want the white bass version, we got a downside version too. So you could turn this
So I have 3 sizes.
to this. So yeah, we do have 3 sizes available. And a lot of people are asking, so what's the big deal with what makes your rig different from everybody else's rig, right? There's one answer. Ours is clear. The arms are real clear. So this is more for the finesse guys, the guys that are fishing a lot of pressured waters. And that's where we really tested this thing too. We fished a local lake in January. It's called Pumpback for local guys. The guys out of town, they don't know what this is, but that lake sees so much pressure. It gets hit every day. I mean, the wintertime, springtime, it hits every day. And everybody's throwing the A-rig, right? Everybody's throwing the A-rig. And we go out with this, and we still catch them. We catch them on the first point out of the boat ramp. So it's not like we went to a boat ramp or a secret spot that was like or the back of the pockets. It's literally the first point as you leave the boat ramps. So we were fishing this, and it seems like they've never seen this before. So like I was telling Hybrid, you wanna create something that is not completely outside the normal. The A-rig works. You just want to make it better, and that's what we did. So it's clear. When you drop this in the water, it's almost like you just see the school. And the behavior of the lures are they jiggle a lot, unlike the metal one where it holds everything really, really fixed. It jiggles a lot more, it swings more freely. You actually get head movement on this one, where the metal one you don't. So if you're one of those guys that's really into my baits have to swim just like this, then this is the one for you. I'm telling you. It's like, you want to talk about it?
Yeah.
You build it?
Yeah, and when just the thing about it is your arms here, they give up like in the water when you're pulling it, they give to the water, so you actually have less drag. So the guys that said, hey, I can't throw an A-rig all day because it'll hurt my shoulder or my back.
Yeah.
Well, this rig, it kind of feels just like a spinner bait. It gives the whole time. So when we go out there, we throw an A-rig all day because in the wintertime you have to.
Yeah, you won't get too fatigued.
Yeah, so you
by
don't get
the day.
fatigued. Your arm's not
I know
cramping
about
up,
that.
your back is not hurting. And for the tournament guys that does multi-day tournament and they want to throw an A-rig for like 2-3 days or 4 days or whatever, this is the rig.
Yeah. So this rig was at Broken Bow as well for that tournament. Our buddy 2 caught his 22 off that, which was tie for big bass, right? But then they went to a tiebreaker and he lost. So he almost had big bass on this rig, okay?
And for Broken Bow, I fished it and I threw it like the whole first day was like 90% of the day. Second day was probably like 90% of the day. I threw my A-rig. My fish moved on me and didn't do that great, but I mean, still not too bad. But yeah, talking about the rig, these rigs, they're made out of fluorocarbon, so they have to be stored a certain way. Like you want to hang them up like this, so it doesn't deform. Because if you set it on the side like this, your 2 arms on the bottom is going to deform. But if you hang it like this, like a giant, these are like giant swim baits. You gotta hang it like
you gotta treat it like a
so you gotta
yeah.
So you just gotta hang it up like this, or I keep it on my rod and I just hang my rod up against the corner of the room or something, and they'll stay like that. And when you go out, you just throw them back out.
So basically, it's a difference in the fluorocarbon.
Oh yeah, and the 3 different sizes, they just have different arms. So you could tell this one, this is the heavy duty one. We call it heavy duty or
this is our rig.
Yeah, your arms are bigger. They're built to throw bigger swim baits. So these are like 3/8 Kayaks, and this down there is a 4/8 Kayak. So if you want to throw bigger baits, you gotta throw the striper rig. If you're throwing the finesse, kind of like a finesse one, the one for a bass, you want to throw this one like you want to throw like 3/3s and 2/8.
Yeah. So depending on the bait size, you want upsize.
So
yeah, you want to.
So there's a difference in the thickness of the
Yeah, no, that's the same one. The arm on the side.
line.
Those are 200.
oh yeah, so
Yeah.
I don't know if they can see that.
Yeah, so we have the white bass rig, which is made for kind of like just crappie jigs.
Yeah, there we go.
And
So this is
wires
the
are
heavy wire.
If you're gonna
this
throw
is the
something
small,
completely
yeah.
weightless.
So this is like the striper rig right here. This is like the regular.
Yeah,
I'm gonna
that's
throw
the
like
white
5
bass.
singles on it sooner or later. You know.
But yeah,
But yeah, Luke, we're still fishing tournaments. We just didn't make the last 2. Last one. Opener. We didn't make the last.
we didn't do the final.
Yeah, I had a side project I was working on, so I couldn't make it. So most of the other ones, the Big Bass Bash for sure, the Roadrunner for sure, Sardis I skunked out last time, so for sure. I get the redemption on that place. Keystone for sure.
Ucha
Spavinov for sure. Broken Bow State Championship for sure. For sure. So those are definitely for sure. The other ones are kind of toss up.
Steve says, "What's your favorite walleye bait?"
We don't really catch. I've been trying to figure that out actually. Jerkbait's probably the best one.
Mine's
Right now.
probably jerkbait.
and the blade bait.
And the
or
blade
blade
bait.
Fish
bait.
deep. Ooh, live earthworms.
Like earthworms, duh.
I know a lot of guys. They troll with like deep cranks on the lake, but we haven't done that yet. So it's something
Yes.
that we actually want to get into this year. We're gonna be trying to chase some more walleyes this year.
My dad loves it, man. Oh,
Yeah, my dad loves
he
walleyes,
it.
so-
So we don't know. We need tips. Throw us some tips, okay,
Yeah.
guys. I know a lot of like creek channel swings and pebble rocks and stuff like that, but we usually catch them by mistake, and we catch them mixed with like bass and everything. It's never been like, oh, that looks like a walleye spot. Go there and catch a walleye. We could do that. We could do that with bass. And we could do that with stripers very easily now. But walleyes, we haven't made that connection yet. So we're trying to work. We're working on it.
What is the official name of that rig?
So the medium-sized one is called the hybrid killer rig.
Yeah.
This one is the 47 rig because he fish a lot. And then the small one is the Connery rig.
Yeah. I should have secretly worked out. That's legit. I'll tell you, that's legit.
Sup, my bros? Where do you guys like to catch fish? That depends.
Okay, so we get a lot of questions about what's for sale and where you can get them. If you're interested, private message us either on Instagram or Facebook, and me or Hybrid will actually respond. And just give you guys prices. It's $25 each if you pick up locally. Within 15 miles of us, we'll meet you. Otherwise, it's $32 for shipping. The lower 48 states. So we've sold to California. We have sold to Minnesota.